The Rhode Island ComicCon!
Welcome to the 2024 Rhode Island Comic-Con here in Providence, Rhode Island. My name is David Ciccariella. Well, we're going to see some amazing things. Let's go. Now I'm standing with,
Brandon Barry.
and what did you bring to Rhode Island Comic-Con?
I brought State Puff Marshmallow Man.
Come over here. So you brought State Puff Marshmallow Man.
Yes,
Did you make that?
yes. Me and my team, Feature Presentations. I'm a co-owner of Feature Presentations along with Sadie, and we build these sets to bring to Comic-Con for photo ops.
That's amazing. What is it made out of?
Marshmallow. No, it's made out of Home Depot material and stuff like that.
Who do you have on the side there?
We have the two terror dogs, Vince and Zool.
What inspired you to make State Puff?
Ghostbusters. Who doesn't like Ghostbusters, right?
Tons of Ghostbuster cosplayers are here,
Yep.
and they get their photo.
Yep, they came by, say hi. The New York group, the Massachusetts group, there's a bunch of other groups here. They're all intertwined, and everyone's been very nice and welcoming,
Is this the big premiere for
Yes,
this one?
we built this for Rhode Island Comic-Con for this show because they were supposed to have all the Ghostbuster stars.
Is that the only thing you have for Rhode Island Comic-Con this
No,
year?
I actually have a room. It's all Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I brought the Ninja Turtle sewer. It's been around for a while. This is the 40th year anniversary of Ninja Turtles. So last year we brought it when we were with Kevin Eastman, and we're finishing out the 40th anniversary with Turtles with the sewer.
Positive reaction so far, I'm assuming.
Yes, very, very positive. And that's why I do this. I'm an artist, and I like, creating stuff. And what I get the best pleasure out is when I come out and I see people say, holy, oops, sorry. But, like, oh my God, you guys did this. This was really good. And it brings joy to people, and I really like doing that.
I'm now standing with.
Nick Aurelio here with the Liberty Union Ghostbusters and our Ecto 1.
What's your favorite Ghostbuster weapon do you have with you today?
Weapon, the slime blowers are always fun. We got one up over here, gentleman's got on. Slime blower is fun, but the newest piece of equipment, a gunner seat, is always the fun one to have. This year we did upgrade it with a new gunner seat. So, if you're on the move and you got to chase ghosts, we're all ready and set to get them.
Fanta, can I take a seat in here?
Jump right
We'll
on
do a
there.
quick interview from me sitting in the gunner seat.
Yeah, there we go.
That way, so you have the gunner seat, and what's important about the gunner seat? What does that do in the movie?
Allows us, while we're on the move, to chase ghosts. So ones that move fast and quick, trying to run with a proton pack on your back was not the easiest thing, and we're not all in the best of shape. So now we got the car to do the work for us, and we can chase them down. So those flying ghosts we can get, the ones that are stampeding and moving, they don't stand a chance anymore. They ain't running away.
Inside, tell us what's going on inside here.
Regular packs, our proton packs we wear on our back up on the gurney. We got traps, PKA meters, all the important pieces that you're going to need in your ghost trapping days.
You have a proton pack here. Does it remove?
Yeah, this is going to slide right off.
Whoa,
So we
that's nice.
so
So you weren't kidding.
yeah. So we're on the run.
You
We're
were
ready
not
to go.
kidding when you sit in the gunner seat and then you.
Oh yeah, we're ready to go.
Wow.
We got to chase ghosts down. Like I said,
Does that happen? It happens, right?
all the time, every
Wow.
day. You don't see any ghosts around here, right?
Well, I do see Slimer sneaking up a little bit.
He's not too bad. He's one of our friends. But you just tell me where to send the bill. That way we get paid. We don't see no ghost here. We're clear here at Rhode Island Comic-Con.
Now I'm standing with
I'm Pat,
with.
HasLab and the Hasbro Ghostbusters team.
So what did you bring to Rhode Island Comic-Con?
All right, so we've got here our 40th and 35th anniversary Ectomobiles. This is our current HasLab campaign. So this is our 40th anniversary Ecto 1 from 1984. It's a $324.99 offering. It comes with the Library Ghost, Slimer, and Tully now. Tully from Ghostbusters 2 is going to be included in either offering. So you've got, your 3 figures plus the car and the roof rack with removable decals. Then you move over to our deluxe model. Our deluxe model is the Ecto 1A roof rack. It's the 35th anniversary of Ghostbusters 2, so we really wanted to celebrate it, make a light-up roof rack for it, and it's all the excess of the 80s crammed into one roof rack. You also get the 4 Ghostbusters from Ghostbusters 2, as well as 2 slime packs. You get 2 slime streams, a variety of accessories, and in addition to that, you also get the 1 roof rack and the Slimer and the Library Ghost. So you kind of get the whole kit and caboodle for the deluxe offering here.
Fantastic. And you have a few more things for people.
This was last year's crowdfunding campaign. So it's a, close to movie accurate ghost trap and PKE meter. So it's got all the bells and whistles, and we've got this here on display too, so people can come check it out. There haven't been a ton of opportunities for people to get these in their hands yet, and it's a good chance to see exactly, this is a heavy thing. I don't know if you want to check it out. Oh, sure. It's about 5 pounds.
That is heavy.
It's got some weight to it. And it's really fun to just, get in your hands and kind of play with it. So the PKE meter here, it's got a manual drive, so you can move it up and down at your kind of discretion here. The animations pair with the positions of the wings. And then if you want to go into taser mode, you flip the wings up and any button is going to give you this kind of LED display up here.
I'm with Stefania, and how are you enjoying Rhode Island Comic-Con?
I am loving Rhode Island Comic-Con. I was here 3 years ago, probably, and I was just a guest. But now I am a cosplay guest, and I have my own table, and I get to meet so many people, and yeah, it's lots of fun. And sit down. That's a big one.
And you're dressed like Rogue today from X-Men.
Yes, I am, sugar. That's my favorite Marvel character. I just found such a connection with Rogue when I first discovered her.
Have you met anybody who voiced Rogue?
Yes, so I have met Lenore Zan. I've actually met almost all of the X-Men cast. I went to the X-Men 97 premiere earlier this year, and I got to hang out with Lenore. She knew who I was before, and now half the cast knows who I am and follows me on Instagram. And they're such sweet people. Lenore is such a sweet woman, and she's so wholesome and genuine, and she's great to chat with. She made me just love the character and appreciate her so much more, and I just appreciated her so much more because she's the voice that I hear when I read the comics. And that goes for all of the X-Men voice actors from the original show.
And what other costumes do you dress up in?
So yesterday I was Black Cat. I did classic Black Cat look, and I also have done the PS4 version, and then I've also done Supergirl, which I'm doing tomorrow. This is the Sasha Calle version from The Flash. And who else? I did Gamora for the first time. I've done She-Hulk, Rey from Star Wars, and yeah, that's what I can think of so far.
I'm now standing with Wolverine and Phoenix. How are you enjoying Rhode Island Comic-Con?
Oh, it's great, bub.
Fantastic. Phoenix?
I love it. It's really fun.
What inspired you to dress as Wolverine today?
Wolverine was one of the first comic book characters I actually attached to back in the late 80s. My brother brought home a stack of Secret Wars #1. He was wearing this suit, and it finally premiered in Deadpool and Wolverine. I knew I had to have it.
How about you, Phoenix?
I especially love Jean Grey. I fell in love with her after reading the Uncanny X-Men Dark Phoenix saga, and so I cosplay her whenever I can.
And how are you enjoying the new X-Men 97 cartoon?
Oh, it's fantastic. I can't wait for the second season.
I really love X-Men 97. I feel like it's one of the best ways that they incorporated the comics and put it into a cartoon form. And X-Men 92 was really good too, but 97 just improved on it.
I'm now here with Storm. How are you enjoying Rhode Island Comic-Con?
Oh, I'm enjoying it so much. This is my first time here, and it's unbelievable seeing all these people together.
What made you decide to come to Rhode Island Comic-Con this year?
Yeah, so my fiance, he loved it. He's a fan of it. So he invited me. I said, oh, yes, of course, I would like to experience.
What inspired you to dress like Storm today?
him because he's Wolverine, and I want to be his partner.
I'm now at Artist Alley, and I'm now with.
My name's David, and this is my son Tiger. He's known as the Autistic Tiger.
Very cool. And what brings you to Artist Alley today?
My son has been doing ComicCon since he's 8 years old and made his New York Comic Con debut when he was 9. He started drawing when he was 5. He just never stopped. Draws all day, all night.
So all the art behind us is drawn by Tiger.
Absolutely. I mean, this is his passion.
Who are some of his favorite characters that he draws?
Well, of course, he loves to draw the Autistic Tiger, but he loves to draw Stitch, any other characters from his favorite apps. So these are drawings that Tiger did when he was 9 years old. And Mickey Mouse is the first one he ever had that went viral. It got him 50,000 followers on Instagram. And Daisy Duck, of course, he drew upside down. But he also does drawings of the Autistic Tiger. We call this character Tat, so this is Tat in Hawaii. When he was 5 years old, he picked up a toy and he just started sketching it with his finger. And I thought, why is he using a reference model? He's only 5 years old. So I got him a big whiteboard and a bunch of markers. He just started drawing all day, all night. He obsessed over the alphabet and numbers. That's hyperlexy. And he started drawing them in fonts. And I thought, why does a 5-year-old know what a font is?
And what's his future plans, do you know?
Well, the current future plan is to have his sensory plushie in stores in January. So this is his sensory plushie. It's a 3-pound plushie. It's got different material on all exposed surfaces. It'll be in stores in January and Amazon. We'll be at Toy Fair in New York City in February, and we'll have it in several sizes and different characters.
He designed this.
Yes, this is his character, the Autistic Tiger. I mean, when your name's Tiger and you're autistic, he draws tigers, and he'd been drawing this character for a couple years. And when he first appeared on TV, we decided to get the character a name. And I'm not very creative. My son's autistic. His name is Tiger, so this is the Autistic Tiger. We call him Tat.
Now I'm standing with.
Greg Krivak.
And what brings you to Rhode Island Comic-Con?
I'm a Comic-Con artist, so I travel the country doing shows with all of my work.
What type of art do you have for people?
I have a little something for everyone. So I've got superheroes, pinups, science fiction, Marvel, DC, Ninja Turtles, Mortal Kombat, a little bit of everything.
What's the process of creating it?
I grew up oil painting. So for a long time, I was only bringing either my original oils or prints of those paintings. But now that I do so many shows, I had to pick up digital, so a lot of these are painted digitally, just kind of depending on my travel schedule and where I'm at. I was very resistant to it in the beginning because I didn't want to get all graphic designy. But once I learned where the right tools were in the program, there's oil brushes in the program, and I could maintain my style and my look without, sacrificing anything. I felt a lot more comfortable with it.
Do you have a particular favorite?
There's a Captain America and Indiana Jones here that I'm particularly fond of. I love World War II. I love those two characters, and I love the idea of a team up.
You have so many different, like you said, variety of different characters on the wall. Which one out there takes the longest to do?
I think maybe the pinups, just because I obsess over like the small details, the hair. As my work has evolved, I've noticed that it can't just look like the character. It's got to feel like the character as well. And sometimes that takes some finessing to do.
Now I'm standing with
Perry with Omega Level Prints.
And what do you have for people today at Rhode Island Comic-Con?
3D printed objects. I got helmets that are wearable.
How is this made?
This is made by the process of 3D printing. You put a file in a 3D printer and it prints it like stacking papers together in a little drawing. And then what we do is so people can wear them, we put magnets in them so that way they can snap on because they're too small to fit into there.
Are they one size fit all?
No, they come in various sizes. Right now I have a size for about 24s, but if you want something custom sized, you can take out my card or reach me on Instagram and I can make it to whatever size you need for your head. Spider-Man is textured.
Okay.
You can feel it straight off the printer. This is printed, no post-process or anything. The only thing we do is we glue magnets into it. So what we'll do is we'll print them in separate. So this may print like this, and then we'll print this, and then the white pieces and the black pieces are printed separately and then glued together.
And people can see outside.
Why don't you find out?
Sure, I'd love to.
Put it on. You tell them. Can you see?
Oh, I can see.
Visibility is not 100%. Everything has a whiter hue to the life. And you can see through and actually walk around and wear them. Here, put the back on. Show everybody what it looks like with the back on.
Put the back on. I feel like I'm Spider-Man. I feel like I'm, professional host Spider-Man. How long should somebody keep a mask on like this?
You can keep it on. I would recommend taking it off like every hour. to rest up and breathe because it can get hot in there and it also gets echoey.
I can feel like it's getting a little sweaty, but still, I'm sure it looks great.
Oh no, I think it looks great. You look amazing. You look like you can stop crime.
I'm now with Dr. Strange, and how are you enjoying Rhode Island ComicCon?
I'm having a great time. It's I've only been here a few hours, but it's been a lot of fun.
Well, now, what type of things do you have on you right now?
I got the Eye of Agamotto right here, and then I've got these kind of things representing his Tau mandalas. And they're gonna light up, a little fancier. In the comics, in the movies, when he casts a spell, you see these circles of light appear around his hands. So this is kind of the closest I can get to approximating that. Yeah.
And that stone is one of the Infinity Stones, right?
Yeah, it's the Stone of Time.
I'm now here with the Green Goblin. How are you enjoying Rhode Island ComicCon?
Very hot.
Very hot. I can see. Did you make this yourself?
Yep, about 2 months.
And how did you make this? What?
A lot of 3D printing and some foam work and a lot of painting and a lot of sanding. Probably lost all of my fingertips by now.
Well, can you see okay out of the mask?
Oh yeah, I can see perfect, yeah.
And what do you have in your hand?
This is a little pumpkin bomb.
So that's your awesome pumpkin bomb. Now, what inspired you to pick Green Goblin as your costume?
I saw this, it was one of my favorite characters from Spider-Man, and then I saw this 3D print of the helmet, so I was like, oh, I gotta do a full suit of that.
Now I'm standing with,
Hi, I'm Jesse with the last Blockbuster.
and we're both wearing Blockbuster vests.
Yeah, we are now official trainees of the Blockbuster.
So tell us a little bit about that before we walk in.
Okay, so we've collected a bunch of original pieces from all across the country from abandoned stores, and we brought it together so that people don't have to fly all the way to the last store in Bend, Oregon.
And the first step is to put on a vest.
And we're going to don our vest, and then we're going to go inside, and we're going to rearrange and make sure our movies are all straight and in alphabetical order.
Let's take a walk inside. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go on in.
All right, so we're going into, what is this? You said the last Blockbuster.
This is a part of the last Blockbuster, and we are the experience. Just like a regular store, we have all VHS, we have Blu-rays, we have DVDs. It's all a one-time rental fee. Just that experience that you had with your family, debating with your siblings of which movie to get. It's just, getting the pizza for Friday night movie night.
And where did you get that from?
Okay, so we collected this sign from Alabama. Very nice gentleman had it in his barn, and we drove out there and with a U-Haul and picked it up.
And how did he get that?
He said it was just an auction that he picked it up at.
And what's the age for that?
This is probably about 2011. This is the largest Blockbuster sign that they made. Photo opportunity for the family. You can get together and act like you're watching your Friday night movie. We have lots of props for the kids to play with. That, the old original Be Kind and Rewind, And so we always have a separate rewind machine before you put it in your VCR.
What else do you have?
We have Guitar Hero. We have an original prop from Cannonball Run. This was worn by Burt Reynolds in the movie. So it's just something for the kids to play with. Oh, the remotes, and they, show them how that we used to change the movie. We used to change the channel. There we go. You stop, play. Just things that the kids have never experienced. A lot of parents love sharing that type of memory with their kids.
You're telling me kids don't know what a TV is anymore?
Well, they know what a TV is, but most of them know what an iPad is. And they don't know about changing the channel so much anymore because they just pick the episode.
Were those hard to find? Because they're very collectible, those Disney VHS tapes.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time. It's almost a second job for me. We travel all across the country. People do donate them because they like to help support Blockbuster in any way they can.
What was one of the hardest VHSs to find? What VHS movie?
I'll be honest with you, I just sold it today, and it was an original Star Wars video rental. So it was not sold to the public. It was actually sold just to the video stores.
This does not look like a videotape or a DVD. What is this?
Yeah, we like to have lots of movie memorabilia. This is from the movie Iron Claw. We have an original movie blaster. This was from a lot of the stores.
What's a movie blaster?
A movie blaster is basically, it's a rubber ball machine. It's not quite pinball, but it is pretty close to a pinball machine.
Does that work?
Everything works. Now we also have our desk here that we rescued.
Let's walk over to the desk.
Yeah, let's walk over behind the desk.
I'll walk behind the desk. Oh, this is great.
I'd like you to meet Sandy.
Hello.
Hi, Sandy.
This is Sandy.
It's nice to meet you. Yeah.
At this point, I'm going to hand you off.
Okay,
Yep.
so you work at the last Blockbuster.
I do work at the very last Blockbuster. Yep.
Wow, where is that located?
In Bend, Oregon.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, and how did that become the last one?
Well, the corporate stores closed. Most of the stores about 2015, and then we all became the franchise owners became licensees, and then in 2018 they started closing all the franchisees that were still open. So Alaska closed, and then Australia was the last one that was international, and that closed at the beginning of 2019, making us the last one in the world.
And how many people do you have going every year?
Oh, thousands of people come and make a pilgrimage to the store to see it as the last one.
And does this reenactment look like it?
Oh, absolutely. And even there's a few pieces here that are from our store. Some of the signage, a couple of the racks. So yeah, absolutely.
And how does it feel to come here to bring the stuff to Rhode Island Comic-Con?
It's wonderful because not everybody, I mean, I took the flight. It's 6 hours. It's not everybody can make it to Oregon. So it's really nice that they, that I can bring this out here for other people to experience it.
And when people come to your last Blockbuster, what do they want? Do they want videos? They want merchandise?
They want everything. So we have it all. We have DVDs, VHS, Blu-ray. There are people that'll come in and rent movies and set up accounts that they don't live there, just to go outside and drop it in the Dropbox to have that experience again, to take it back outside. Buy merchandise. All of our merchandise is made through other small businesses in Bend. And so I brought that all out here in my suitcases. But yeah, people come by just to support the store. It's wonderful.
Awesome. And what merch do you have for people this weekend?
So we have t-shirts and hoodies. We have a wonderful candle that's poured in someone's garage. If you haven't smelt it, you have to smell it. We have stickers, we have lanyards, name tags. We have just a little bit of everything.
I'm now with the Nun and Annabelle. How are you enjoying Rhode Island Comic-Con?
Fantastic.
How about you?
It is amazing.
So what inspired the costumes for this weekend?
I'm a horror lover. I love horror. So I figured she's a life-size doll.
And you like being Annabelle?
Yeah.
Have you seen the movies?
Nope.
And how old will she be before you will let her watch the movies?
That depends on her.
Do you have a favorite horror movie?
Never watched them, so probably not.
What's your favorite movie in general?
Probably Home Alone.
Oh, that's a great choice. That's awesome. Fantastic costumes. Have you been getting great reactions from people this weekend?
Yes. This is the first time I've ever dressed up. I've always done her, but this is the first time for me.
I'm now with the Fiend Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. How are you enjoying Rhode Island Comic-Con?
Loving it so far, man.
And what do you have around your neck? What's that?
So this was his custom Universal Championship belt. He won the belt off of Seth Rollins, and it was the blue Universal title. And then somewhere in there, he switched it over to the custom Fiend Mask title.
What are you holding?
This was the effigy of his old head. Well, so when he came into WWE, he was kind of like a swamp southern cult type leader of the Wyatt family. And when he did away with that gimmick, he came back as Bray Wyatt with the Firefly Funhouse. And this was the effigy. This was his way of saying that old me is dead. This is the new me.
You're dressed as Alexa Bliss today. Yes. Are you a fan of Alexa?
Very big fan.
Is that your favorite version of Alexa Bliss when we're working with a Fiend?
Absolutely.
Nice. And why is that?
Well, it shows that there's a new her and that there's different things going on in her life, and this is her way of expressing all of them.
Now I'm standing with
David Ippolito
and
Chris Hensel.
We'll start with you first, David. What did you bring to Rhode Island Comic-Con?
I brought my General Lee. It's a 69 Dodge Charger, and it's replicated from the original car from the series. I bought it, paint and body done. Another gentleman did it, and I just did all the mechanic work to it with my father.
What inspired you to get a General Lee?
I've been in love with the show since I was a kid growing up with it, so I've always wanted it, and came a little early in life. I got lucky, and my dream came true, and I grabbed it when I got it.
And tell me a little bit about that helmet on top of it.
That helmet actually was my cousin's old motorcycle helmet, and when I was a kid, I used to ride on a moped. And I took it and I painted it because I always wanted General Lee. So I slowly started collecting things, and then I finally bought the car. So now I incorporated it with the car.
Has anybody from the show seen the General Lee?
We had John Snyder, Bo Duke drove it. Byron Cherry, Coy Duke drove it. Catherine Bach, Daisy Duke sat in the back, and then Christopher Hensel here, he drove it. Jeb Stewart Duke.
I was the first new cousin, motorcycle cousin, Jeb Stewart Duke. I came on with the original guys and just had a blast.
And what do you think when you see a car like this?
It brings me back to my youth, and it brings me back to the days on the Dukes of Hazzard. I mean, it was just the greatest time in my life. It was fun. It was history making, very excellent family show. All the actors were just amazing and a lot of fun to work with.
And how did you meet Chris?
We actually did an event about 4 or 5 years ago up in Worcester, and it was a Dukes of Hazzard festival, and I met him there. And we just connected and became really good friends, and we just do events together now.
And what's the legacy of Dukes of Hazzard so many years later?
Amazing still, because it was a family show. Like I said, you sat down back in the day, in the late 70s and early 80s, you sat down as a family and you waited until it came on. And we just watched it, and it was just 15 minutes of dialogue and 45 minutes of car racing. We always describe the show, but it was fun.
I do that with my children. We sit down, we watch the show all the time. They love it. They're obsessed with it. I mean, and that's because, like he said, that's where I was born and raised. So I pass on to my kids, and they love it. And I just keep passing that tradition on.
You have some other cool things to share.
I did a couple other things besides being the first new cousin on the Dukes of Hazzard, Jeb Stewart Duke, working with the original guys. I did what's called the Kids Superpower Hour with Shazam, and I was Captain California for a year on NBC, and I had a bunch of music, bubblegum music in the early 80s, and I write and produce family faith-based movies now. That's why we're doing it. But I'm busier now at 66 than I've ever been in a long time.
And what was one of your favorite parts acting at that age and on that type of programming?
Oh, it was for kids. A lot of hokey jokes, but it was just always fun because we love family programming like the Dukes of Hazzard and like the Kids Superpower Hour. So working with wonderful people that love to entertain and educate children.
Now I'm standing with?
John from Wicked Puppet Factory.
So you brought some amazing puppets to Rhode Island ComicCon.
Yeah, we brought some familiar faces so the kids have something to familiarize themselves with. We brought Oscar, Elmo, Slimy, little set they can come take pictures in. They can come and sit in the can.
How long did it take to make Oscar and Elmo?
They all depend. I mean, I can get Elmo done within a week. Oscar, about probably 3-4 days if I have everything that I need.
Oh, great. And what are they made out of?
He's basically what they call faux fur, Mongolian, and he's red Mongolian. It's treated, dried to get that nappy texture to it.
Do you look at what Jim Henson created as a template?
Yeah, I think any builder should really, go off of one of these because you already know the shapes and you already know what they should look like. So it's a great practice run and everything to get kind of where you want to be, and then you start building ones of your own.
Who are these characters? Can you tell me who they are?
Well, this is Manamana. That's early Sesame Street opposite guy, Franklin Roosevelt. And this is Benny. This is my mascot right here.
Is that an original character?
This one is an original character, yep. 95% of what I do is original.
And how did you sketch him out first to create him?
Yeah, he started with an Elmo pattern. I had that green available to me, so I just figured I'd see where it would go. This is actually my second Benny. First one actually perished in a fire, unfortunately.
Wow. And the rest of them are all Sesame Street type characters?
Street, Mr. Rogers. We got Fraggle Rock there in the back.
Now I see Kermit and I see Lamb Chop.
Yep. Those that's a master replica Kermit for sale this weekend. Lamb Chop somebody gave me as a gift, and she just goes with me and travels.
That's lovely. Is Kermit a puppet or is he just a...
He's what they call a photo puppet. He's wired armature, basically a posable stuffed animal. That's what they use on photos for advertising.
And what are the reaction of people when they see this?
Lady Elaine, everybody has told me that they scared her as a child. And these ones, it's familiar faces. They love it.
Hi, how you doing? Are you enjoying Rhode Island ComicCon? Oh, very excited. Very excited to be here this weekend. You're a Star Wars fan, I can tell. Now I'm standing with?
Ben Levy.
And who are you dressed as today?
I'm doing sort of a generic Jedi. The idea is that it's, post Order 66, so I have, the cut sleeves, a very beaten up tunic, and a blaster that has seen better days.
That's fine. And you got a lightsaber?
Yes, I do. This is I bought this, I think, AliExpress or something. I had like a coupon and said, why not? But
and it lights up.
Yeah, it lights up, but the battery is almost kaput. I have Darth Maul from the final episode of the Clone Wars.
Let's show it to the camera.
Yeah. And it's also been signed by Sam Witwer.
And what did Sam do for Darth Maul?
What he did essentially was he provided the voice for a character that basically no one had seen for at least 10 years. And by doing that, I think he really, really fleshed him out. So he's more than just, a one-note character who gets, chopped up halfway through.
Was that a great experience meeting him?
It was, yeah. He even answered a question I had about one of his more obscure roles in Star Wars, so it was just fantastic.
I can't believe who I found at Rhode Island ComicCon. It's one of the most famous droids of all time, C-3PO and his buddy R2-D2. How are you enjoying Rhode Island ComicCon?
I love Rhode Island Comic-Con. We make a point to come here every year.
What are you made out of?
Well, parts. Mostly droid parts.
Your eyes light up.
Yes, they do, sir.
Wow, that's fantastic. Then you have R2-D2 here. There he is, his good buddy. I'm now standing with
Alan Johnson.
And what do you bring to Rhode Island Comic-Con?
We bring the finest custom lightsabers in the galaxy.
And how are they custom?
Well, a lot of what we do, we specialize in original designs, sometimes one-off designs with engraving and inlay work and things like that.
And so these are lightsabers you wouldn't see in the Star Wars movies?
So it's a mix. We have some that you would see in your favorite media, whether it be a video game, the movies, or some of the animated shows. Or even the TV shows, but a lot of what we do is not character attached, or they're just custom designs.
And how are they made?
They're CNC machined, usually either in our shop or one of our partner manufacturers' shops, and either anodized or powder coated.
What's this type of lightsaber?
This is one of my original designs. It's called the Guardian. It's made to be more of a dueler, so people actually fight with it. It's got a display screen in the side for navigating your menus or changing your color profiles or your blade profiles, things like that.
So does all the lightsabers you build change different colors?
Yes.
Wow. And what batteries do they take?
They take a lithium-ion rechargeable battery cell, usually rechargeable with USB-C or an external battery charger.
What's the difference between a Sith lightsaber and a Jedi?
So typically, I like things that are pretty ambiguous, where it doesn't say one or the other, but there are a few designs that are leaning more towards one or the other. But I would say it generally depends on how ornate they are or how aggressive they are, whether it has prongs or spikes or blades externally,
Let's pick out one more. Tell me about this one right here.
So that one, we call it the Knight. It's made to sort of evoke that more cross-guard sword look, sort of defend your hand there with the cross-guard. They don't really light up like the Kylo Ren there, but it has the ornate scroll work and engraving work to be more like a earth sword, I guess.
And then a separate piece is the
blade. Yeah, the blade are all detachable on all of them, so they're secured with a set screw that holds them in for fighting or stunt work.
Now I'm standing with
Joe Edgerton.
And what did you bring to Rhode Island Comic-Con?
I brought the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo.
Did you make this?
I designed it. I based it off the live-action movie, and then a shop up in New Hampshire actually went and built it for me.
Wow. So did you find the vehicle itself?
Yes. I found it actually in Rhode Island right down the street from my house. Brought it back home, and me and my son actually have been working on it since he was 5. He's 27 right now, so it took a little while to get it done.
And Matthew Lillard is here this weekend.
Yes, he is. I went and had autographs done. My dashboard was autographed.
What's all this carpet that's inside?
It's just burnt orange shag from the first live action movie. I based the inside off the interior for it.
So how old is that carpet?
Oh, it's new. I got it off Amazon.
Now let's take a look at the front here.
Bob Marley Scooby-Doo over here. He's just kind of hanging out and part of the photo ops that we do. The vinyl from the live action with them driving the van.
Tell me about this guy and how he was made.
So Captain Cutler I actually got from Lowe's. It's an animatronic, just a underwater diver, but he looks just like the villain from the cartoon. So I ended up getting him, and he's part of also the photo op too.
Did you add the skull inside?
Nope, that actually came with it already. So
Wow.
it was kind of easy to put together.
I'm now here with Batman. How are you enjoying Rhode Island Comic-Con?
Loving it.
Great. Did you make this costume yourself?
I bought pieces of it and assembled it all myself. I spent I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning super gluing my bat emblem onto my bat suit.
So you super glued that onto you?
$1.89 super glue. Goes
Wow. And where'd you get that awesome belt?
This was online. The cape was online. The cowl was online. So I'm the Batman that just wears everything from online. Yes.
And what inspired you to dress like Batman?
I've been Batman since I was born. So I'll be Batman forever.
Now I'm standing with
Captain Spaulding.
What brings you to Rhode Island Comic-Con?
Just looking for a few people to kill.
I don't think you really mean that.
No,
Okay.
not at all.
What inspired you to dress like Captain Spaulding today?
It's a lot of people tell me I look like him.
Have you seen those movies?
Yes, I have.
And is he a great character?
Yes, he is.
Awesome. Who played him?
Sid Haig.
Fantastic. And how long did it take you to put this costume together?
Not long. The makeup's about 30 minutes.
I'm now here with Michael Myers. How are you enjoying Rhode Island Comic-Con? I think he's enjoying it. With that expression on his face, Michael is really enjoying it. Yep. And with that weapon, that means he's really enjoying it. I'm now here with Batman. How are you enjoying Rhode Island Comic-Con?
It's going great. Really good.
Really good as always. What type of Batman are you? Which version?
I'm doing the Tim Burton, Michael Keaton version, 1989.
Is this one of your favorite insignias that you ever had? This beautiful bat with the yellow around it?
This is more, now it's considered a classic because of the year that it came out in, but it definitely fits like a glove.
Nice. What other versions of Batman do you do?
I do the Ben Affleck, Batfleck suit, Dawn of Justice. I do the Christian Bale, Batman Begins, and I also do the Dark Knight suit from that series.
Is this your favorite?
It's one of my favorites. It's hard to pick out because each suit has its own qualities. So, but this one and the Batfleck suit are pretty much my favorites.
Now I'm standing with?
I am Commander Martok Lung Cheese from the Klingon assault group called CAG. We are the largest Klingon group in the world. We have members in over 30 countries, and in some of the Middle Eastern countries, they actually talk Klingon to each other. We go to different cons and raise money for different charities and organizations.
And then what do we have back here? We have this Klingon right here. What's your name?
I am Dronos of the House Hovche.
And what can people do? They can come and sit in this chair?
Yes, they can come and sit in the chair. We'll take photos. We have the Borg chamber over here. They like to get assimilated.
You have signed autographs. You got some action figures. All these great things for people to enjoy here at Rhode Island Comic-Con.
Yep, that's right.
What do you think people like the most when they come into this booth? What's their favorite thing?
Oh, they like holding the batleth. The batleth is the most favorite.
Right. You don't scare them, right?
No.
Now, what if somebody comes up in a Starfleet uniform? How are you still as kind to them?
We try to be. We try to be understanding.
Now I'm standing with
Steven.
And
Chris.
And what did you bring to Rhode Island Comic-Con?
So we brought our Raccoon City Police Cruiser all the way from Raccoon City, the very last one, the surviving one.
What is that from? What franchise?
Resident Evil.
The video game.
Yeah.
And the popular film franchise as well. And the inside is a regular police cruiser?
So this was a real police cruiser. It was used, so there's a cage, everything's left in it. We have, light sirens, all that. We just add our own beautiful decals to it. But yeah, it's a retired cruiser.
And what are you guys dressed up as today?
I'm Raccoon City Police Officer.
Sam, Raccoon City Police Officer, by take on Barry's Blues.
You guys almost look like you're real police.
Yeah, we like to play the part, We have a bunch of props on this wall. They're all to take photos with the cruiser, with inside outside.
Hey, what's one of the favorite weapons when people want to come and pick up a weapon?
I gotta tell you, and Chris could even show you.
I am, yep, grabbing it right now. It's this rocket launcher right here.
Wow. So this is the top weapon people pick.
Yep, it is. That's why I have it on the top shelf, because it's everybody's best pick.
Well, that was the 2024 Rhode Island Comic-Con. My name is David Ciccariella. Thanks for watching.
Joker Lab Productions.